Okay, good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know, I am Ms. Vitt, and I'm the school social worker here at Oak Park, and this is Mr. Scobrook, and he is one of the guidance counselors here. And we are here this morning to introduce to all of you Mental Health Month at Oak Park, which is happening this month of May. We're hoping that this month is going to be full of positive activities and conversations that will help boost our mental health. But first, it's important for us to name and recognize that this past year has been hard, and it's made particularly hard because of the reality of COVID-19.
So for over a year now, the whole world's been caught up with this COVID-19 and all the different emotions and feelings that come with it. And maybe the first emotion is fear. Many of us have been afraid of catching that virus, and so trying to hide from everybody, stay away from everyone. Many of us have been afraid of giving that virus to someone else, to people that we love, people that we care for, or even giving it to the whole school. We've also experienced isolation and separation. We come to school hoping to connect with people, and now we've got to be sitting 2 meters apart and wearing these masks and not chatting with each other and not living our regular high school life.
Mm-hmm.
We have all felt overwhelmed and confused also because we're not used to learning or teaching online. There's something weird about that. But some days are good still, but some days not so good. It's like being on a giant wave, and if you're like me, you're kind of sick and tired of it. Most of us have felt sad. Somewhere throughout this year, we felt sad and depressed or worried and anxious about it. And it is much more difficult when our hopes are struck down. We think it's going to end. Life is going to return to normal. The sun comes out. It's going to be great. And then the third wave hits. It makes us realize more than ever that every single person, all of us, without exception, has mental health and has mental health issues at one point. Some days are good. Some days are bad. Mm-hmm. Everyone experiences that. So let's take a look at a video right now, and it's going to help explain that a bit more.
Okay, let me pull this video up. So we will share.
We all have mental health. 1 in 5 of us will suffer from a mental illness, but 5 in 5, everyone has mental health. Our mental health falls on a spectrum, and where we lie on this spectrum can vary over time. This is just like physical health. People aren't either totally healthy or horribly sick all the time. They often fall somewhere in between. Mental health is similar, except mental health is all about your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Healthy, stressed, struggling, crisis. When you're on the left side of the spectrum, you're healthy and in an optimal state. But as you move across the spectrum, there are more and more negative symptoms, and you begin to lose control over them. Diagnosable mental illnesses are a separate part of the discussion. Those with mental illness are more likely to frequent the difficult areas of the spectrum. However, whether you have a mental illness or not, you can find yourself anywhere on this spectrum. We can all struggle. Someone who is struggling will have intense, long-lasting negative emotions that are having a major impact on their life. If you notice these things in yourself, be sure to talk to someone and seek the help you need. If you recognize that someone may be struggling, be sure to act on it. Say that you've noticed changes. Show them that you care and are concerned for their well-being. Listen to what they have to say and don't judge. Ask them questions and reflect with them on their responses. Then connect them with the appropriate help if they need it. Remember that you're not their doctor and your role is to purely ask questions. Listen and connect them to what they need. By doing this, you take care of both them and yourself. Now you understand the issue. You know why it's important and you know how to help someone in need. So the last thing you can do is go out and make a difference. Help eliminate stigma in your life and in your greater community. Go out and make some noise.
Okay. So hopefully everyone can see us again. So that is really what we are wanting to do this month. We are wanting to make some noise and make a difference with regards to normalizing. Oh, Sorry, hold on. I had another video rolling in the background. Okay. So yeah, we are wanting to normalize talking about our mental health. Like Mr. Skobrick said, we all have mental health, and we want to find ways together to boost our mental health. So as we've been planning this month, we have spoken a lot with student council, with sources of strength, and other students and staff, and we've heard one consistent, overwhelming piece of feedback, which is that COVID has really impacted everyone's ability to connect with one another. Like Mr. Skobrick says, we're all 6 feet apart. We're all sitting in the library on each other's phones. We're all separated. And also, we haven't been able to participate in all of the activities like sports, other extracurricular activities that are so important in high school for our well-being. As human beings, we are wired for connection, and when we don't have access to healthy and positive connections, our mental health can suffer. So, alongside sharing some strategies and resources this month that can help you overcome mental health challenges, we have also planned activities that will help you to connect with one another and hopefully just have fun.
This week, the activity is quite simple. The activity is for you to become aware of where you are on that scale that we just saw. Try to become aware of where others are too, and find ways to connect even whilst keeping this 2 meters distance and wearing this mask. It might be a wave in the hallway or a quick, how are you doing text. We are also encouraging classrooms to find creative ways to connect with each other, and if class time allows it, maybe have a little activity where you can say hi to each other and introduce each other. You will also see 4 posters with QR codes in the forum, and they will ask you some questions and suggest activities that will help to set the tone for the rest of the month. And Ms. Vitt and I will be back each Monday to introduce, and the student council and sources of strength will be back to introduce the activities for the coming week.
Okay, so now we are lucky enough, super lucky, to have Ms. Weeb, who is our Indigenous Student Success teacher, back with us for a 6-week block, and that 6-week block starts today. And so she is now going to lead your classes through an exercise that's going to allow you, again, kind of like we saw in that spectrum, but it's going to allow you to look at your health in terms of your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and your emotional health, and get an idea of where you're at right now and maybe what you want to work on this month. So until next week, see you later.
Yeah, let's just